First time outside, baby chicks. What do you think of this wide, wide world? Huh? They don't know what to think. These are the 3 that hatched for us. 2 roos and a little lady. So you guys, here, spring is finally here in Dallas, Texas. And it is time to change the curtain from winter to spring. My sweet friend Lorraine sewed these for me for a farm sink under the farm sink curtain. I decided to kind of redo my kitchen last summer, and for my birthday, my sister went and got me fabrics, and she got me one for like Christmas and winter, and then she got me one for fall. It is beautiful, and this is fall. So I need to go get spring. This is my fall one. I'm putting up the wrong one. So that's sunflowers for fall. It has fall colors. And then let me go get spring. This is my springtime curtain, you guys. Isn't that beautiful? Thank you, Lorraine. I love you. I am so loved. Anyway, so this is kind of my farm sink decor. I just put it on a tension rod and just change it out for each season. It's really fun. All right, you guys, changing from winter to spring. It's happening. Hi, you guys. It's Dash from Bloom Where You're Planted. There are lots of things changing from winter to spring in my life and in the garden also. So in my life, it's time to take this winter hat, it's a little warm for the spring, and get a new hat. Now I lost my favorite baseball cap. So guess what I got? I'm kind of glad I lost my other favorite baseball cap because now I have one that says Bloom Where You're Planted. So that is really fun. I'm excited about that. So other things that are changing in the garden. Well, I think we're done with this. So it's time to fold up the frost cloth for the summer because I don't think we're going to be needing it anymore. I wait until April 15th, which is the last possible freeze date in Dallas, before I plant my warm season crops, but I don't think I'm going to have to cover anymore. I could be wrong, but could be premature, but I could always get it back out. I'm just going to fold it and store it away. Another way that the garden is changing from winter to spring is everything is just bursting forth. What I mean by that is I winter garden. Now I don't harvest a lot of food during the winter, just a little, but everything stays pretty small because the days are short. It really doesn't have those long days to put on lots of good growth. But if you protect it, then in the springtime, all your cool season crops are already there and they're gonna burst forth in abundance. So that is why I winter garden. And so this is gonna be our dinner tonight. Look at all this kale. Now this one right here, this one has succumbed to aphids. See all the aphids crawling on it? But don't worry, because the ladybugs will be here in droves pretty soon, and they will take care of that problem in short order. So we should have several weeks of good, wonderful food. And there is Miss Ladybird now. Good timing. Glad you're here. Let me show you some other crops that are just bursting forth. Another thing that is really bursting forth are beets. So we will be eating beets. in the next few days for dinner also. And we ate most of the spinach, although that's another one that really burst forth. And we ate most of the lettuce too, but that's another thing that really comes forth. Take a look at this purple sprouting broccoli. I'm a big fan of this, and I'm letting some go to seed right there so I can collect some seed. So yeah, this is super good on salads, just fresh and cooked, but I like it fresh too. And this one's going to seed too. So I'm gonna have some seeds. I got that from Baker Creek Heirloom Seed. Love it. That's beautiful, isn't it? One thing we did eat a lot of this winter is our collards. Collards are one exception. They grow pretty good during the winter and you can harvest off them and eat them. But now, as you can see, they're all blooming. Let's see if I can find a bee. Oh, the bees have been working them. So that's good. I can save some seeds from these two. There's a little fellow. There you go. Off he went. Off she went. Oh! See, Burton just jumped out of the garden. Burton, you can't do that. See, I only have chicken wire, if you can see that, halfway up. So he's learned he can jump over. So Guster is no longer allowed to be out in the garden by himself, sadly. He can only be out when I'm gardening. So he used to get to go out in the garden every single day. He stays with me when I'm in the garden though, so that's good. So, oh well, that just means I'm gonna have to get out in the garden more. Hey, gotta give Burton his exercise. It's important. Another thing that is really bursting forth in this springtime is our crimson clover. The bees are gonna love this. It blooms into a really pretty crimson blossom. It's kind of burying our pansies, but they're almost done anyway. They'll be spent, so the bees are gonna love all that clover. Another thing that is changing from winter to spring is my garden schedule. In the winter time, I wait till the warmest part of the day to get out in the garden. And that's usually after I get done with school and I can come out around 4 o'clock. So that's usually the warmest part of the day. But in the springtime and going on into summer, my schedule totally flips. I've got to wake up early in the morning so I can have my hour out in the garden at 6:30 or 7. So I can get that time before my day starts and before it gets really intensely hot. So yeah, that's another thing that changes. I guess I want to reassure you that I try to spend about an hour a day in the garden. So I'm not spending gobs and gobs of time out here. I just want to reassure you that it can be done an hour a day. It's those small steps. I love the saying, you do not have to take large strides towards your goal. You can take small steps as long as they're leading you in the right direction. A robin just came by to see me in my garden. Welcome, robin. Welcome, spring.